Hey guys, it's me Mr. 250, and welcome back to Valkyria Chronicles 2. So, last time we left off, we have a number of these little events to visit, and then we can go into the main event. And we're gonna pretty much do all of the side quests as we go along, so if you're not, side quest, I mean like the side story bits here. So if you're not interested in that, sorry, that's, the main thing that I find pretty interesting about the game. I mean, the game, it's fun, but I like that they go more in depth into the class as a whole. So let's get started with that.
Hi!
Morris, latte? I still don't know how to say that. I've made up my mind.
What is it?
Whoa, what is it, Raymond? I don't think I've ever seen you this worked up. Even if we lose the Leviathan Cup prelims, I'm not going to cry. That's great, Raymond. I actually promised myself something as well. When I get caught, I'll give up before they shoot me.
Roger.
I've learned something from past experience too. This time I plan ahead. I'll prep in advance for interviews when we break our record for worst loss.
You're right.
Good thinking. That will help things go a lot more smoothly, Lot.
Yes, sir.
Alright, you guys. Let's try our best to meet these new goals. It's got to be like latte, right? I don't know. Lot doesn't sound right. Such underachievers. I'll keep my beloved safe from harm. Anyone who takes aim at him gets a bullet right between the eyes. Alright, that was weird. Also, just want everyone to know that I am in the midst of being sick. So, sorry about the odd upload. It's just like today was like the first day I had enough energy to actually do this, along with everything else I have to do. Say, Helmet, the new boy Zeri, he's a Darkson, is he not? Yes, it's an unwanted distraction.
How outlandish.
Why is it that Class A doesn't have a single Darkson, but we... Oh, come on, guys. We still don't even know what he's like.
Is that so?
Oh, they're all the same, Noel dear. Doomy and Kalumi, inside and out. And they're meek in combat. I hate to affirm the stereotypes, but looking at the other two, Michelet and Marguerite are both on the meek side, and not team-minded. Okay, granted. But the new guy seems different to me. We'll find out soon, I guess. They definitely will, I can say that for sure. Ah, I see, right, so... when they show two squares, that means that you have two scenes there, and you have to just play one and then the other. Gotcha. I couldn't remember.
Yo!
Hey there, Chloe, right? The new scout? How goes? You used to campus yet?
Yes.
You're the class chair. If you need anything, ask away, man. I remember what it's like to be new here. You're like still new here yourself. I need only one thing from you. To be left alone. Ooh.
What?
Hey, wait! Chloe? You're Chloe Blixen, aren't you? And what are you? Oh wow, it is you! I am like your biggest fan ever. That piece you had in the Contemporary Thought and Paint show was killer. What are you working on next? Is it another... I've had enough. Why can't you people just leave me alone? Chloe! And she's gone. Dang, she's prickly. I'll have to try harder to crack that shell of hers next time. We're still getting to know the class, it seems. It's almost time for the Leviathan Cup. Leviathan, maybe? Why do we have to enter? All we're going to do is lose. It wasn't 30 seconds into the last scrimmage with Class C I was shot. It's hard to get motivated to face that again.
Unbelievable.
That was an embarrassment to the entire class. You should be ashamed. Don't be such a pack of pessimists, guys. If we keep training, we'll have a shot at winning. Let's stay positive. You really think so? I can't imagine us winning at anything.
I suppose so.
Me neither. I can only imagine that this entire class is just full of idiots who never take cover, because that's what you have to do to be bad at this game, is like, don't take cover, don't ever use grenades, I don't know, maybe use the hammer guys for everything. I can't think too much what would work.
Oh, really?
Tell me, darling, why are we training on a mountain in the middle of winter? I'm knee-deep in snow and they want me to run it full marathon? It's insane! There's no point in coming to a snow-capped mountain in summer. At least we got off campus. Try to enjoy the trip. This is not a trip, dear. I'm with you, dude. Running makes me tired, and that makes me angry. You won't like me when I'm angry. How about we be marathon buddies, dude? Having company for the run would make it feel a lot shorter.
Huh?
I'm so dreadfully slow, though. I wouldn't want to hold you back, darling. Aw, who cares? We're friends, aren't we? Let's head for that finish line together. Aw, Lottie. That sounds lovely. Thank you, dear.
Listen up!
Listen up, maggots. I don't want to see any sandbagging out here. The last 10 to finish get 20 laps around the drill grounds back home. On your mark, get set, move your rears. Sorry, Antoinette. That's about 19 laps too many, dude. Anisette? Probably. Lottie, you turncoat, get back here. Alright, one more. And then we'll get to the main stuff. Hey, you can't cut class. Get back to the classroom.
Idiot.
Can it, Randy? I'm not gonna sit through a stupid music class. Eric, come back.
Well...
The music professor glares at me when I talk to any of the boys. So, I don't have the patience for jealousy. So I'm cutting. Bye-bye. Sophia, wait! I'll be leaving now.
What?
Michelet? Why you of all people?
Charming.
What meaning is there in a class where students stand around and sing? Studying in the library is much more productive. Now, if you'll excuse me. Hey, wait, Michelet! This is exactly why people say Class G is a collection of failures. At this rate, they're liable to drag down my I'll have to hope the new class chair whips them into shape. Fat chance. Now we'll see about that. I'm sure our goofiness can get us going. Okay, so you do get to choose. I don't know which one's the important one, though, so guess we'll listen to both.
Listen up now.
So who can tell me why the Royal Phildralian army lost this battle? Colleen, care to take a stab? Sorry, Professor, I don't know. Be sure to do all the assigned reading before class. Anisette? La-di-da-dum-dum. Take care, Eddie, and I'll hope to see you soon. Anisette, what is that you're writing? Let's have a look. Dear sister, Last night's concert was packed to bursting. If you have the time to hold imaginary concerts, you can do the reading. Yes, sir. That's a word. A name, even. Joachim? Can you help them out? Totally, man. I was hoping you asked. It's simple. Q equals VLT.
Really?
Joachim. The physics lesson ended about an hour ago.
What?
Seriously? I'm equal parts enthralled and horrified. You truly are the worst students. Great. I like that. That's a good one. Alright. And last one.
So hungry. Is there any place on this campus that sells food?
Do you ever stop eating?
Guess I'm pretty hungry too.
Ugh.
Well, I know there's a campus store. Want to go check it out? Whoa! They've got all sorts of stuff here.
Everything from textbooks to personal hygiene. Impressive.
Hi, kids.
Here
A
we
fresh
go.
batch of bread just came out of the oven.
So-
Are you hungry?
This is our, I think, one of two. There might be more, I'm not sure. But this is one of two of the cameos from the last game.
Oh, that smells amazing. Sign me up. Oh, this is awesome. You're killing me here.
I just got my certification, but I stand by my bread. I didn't know the school store ran a bakery. This is great! I just opened shop here today. Come on by anytime you want a snack.
Hey, Alicia. Here are those sourdough rolls.
And second cameo. There you go. The two main characters from the last game.
good. That took a while, Welkin. What have you been up to?
I got waylaid by a ruby swallowtail. They only live here in the south.
And Welkin is doing the exact same things as before.
Oh, that figures. Honey, my first customers are here waiting.
Oh, hello there. You should give her bread a try. It's fantastic.
Wait, Alicia and Welkin? Why does that sound familiar?
Because they were the stars from last game.
You're the heroes of the last war. You drove back the Empire. You're Lieutenant Welkin Gunther and Sergeant Alicia Melchiot.
I think you might be exaggerating a bit, but yes, I'm Welkin Gunther. I retired from the militia, so I'm not a lieutenant anymore, though.
And my name is Alicia Gunther now. Gunther? Then the two of you are... Yep, we got married. Just recently, in fact.
And how did two decorated heroes come to be here at Landseal?
I took up teaching. My first placement is in a town not far from here. Alicia and I just moved down south from Brule.
And the headmaster is letting me sell my bread here at the shop.
You guys are so lucky down here. Even just counting beetles, the diversity. The other day I went bug watching at noon, and next thing I knew it was dark.
He's just like in the last game. It's great.
At no point stopping to think of your wife, who is worried sick?
Sorry about that. Ooh, the next batch should be just about done now.
Right. Well, drop by again soon, kids. I'll have some fresh bread waiting.
And if you ever have any questions, I'm always happy to answer them.
I had no idea we had bona fide heroes here. We really are privileged.
And I had no idea heroes knew how to bake bread, too. Maybe I should start.
Maybe you should stop. Really. Just stop.
Maybe you should stop. See, that's the problem is that I'm having right now is that I can talk fairly decently at the moment, but anytime I start laughing, there's like an 80% chance I'm going to get into a fit of coughing. So, I gotta be careful. In fact, I'm kind of feeling it coming right now, so give me just a second. Alright, sorry about that. I may have to take a break and, give my lungs a good workout. So, Other than the fact that they're, like, here, and... I can't remember if you could actually do anything with them. Oh, hold on. Okay, oh, right! Now I remember, so he actually does have a gameplay purpose. Now I remember. If you got a second? Learning orders. When Welkin is visiting the store, you can spend experience points to get him to teach you orders. Some orders you can learn are simply handy to have, and others can have a huge effect on the battle. Welkin visits quite randomly. You might be able to tell when he's there by looking carefully at the academy scenery. I hope you can take it all on that billboard. Or on that board. I don't know why I said billboard. Right. I forgot about that.
Hey, Yvonne. How goes it today?
That's the one function of him being here is that he can teach you orders. Presumably because he learned all these orders from the last game, and so he can pass them on to you.
Ooh, any interest in these?
Oh, I have just enough experience. Medic request is pretty helpful. So the one kind of annoying thing is, and it was in the last game too, where if your ally falls, you get 3 turns to pick them up. Now, if they're really far away from everyone else, it's not really feasible or sometimes even possible to send someone after them. So medic request, you can use 2 CP, pick them up, get them out of the battle. That way, you avoid hospitalization, which is not as bad as death, I suppose, but it's kind of a pain in the butt. Especially if it's one of your better units, it'll kind of screw you over. The other thing is that if enemies walk over your unit, they will instantly hospitalize them. Like, walk over your fallen unit. That unit will get instantly hospitalized even if they are only on the first turn. That is super annoying, and it happens sometimes. They never seem to, like, deliberately go for your fallen units, but if your fallen unit's in their path, then they'll hit them. So this is a good one.
I just hope they're useful to you.
And what I'll probably end up doing is visiting the store first before I spend experience on training units, because he gives some pretty good orders. And I think they can only be gotten from him. So anyway, now we're going to get to the part where I'm going to have to do a little bit of editing.
Ah, Yvonne, how can I help you today?
I was wondering about that multiplayer. It seemed like it'd be fun, I don't know how well co-op would work. I feel like it would be too easy, Versus seemed like that would be fun. So anyway, let's go to missions, February, and I've got to do a couple missions. Now, some of this stuff is going to still be a little bit interesting, so I'll show you some. But if it starts to get boring, I may skip a little bit forward. I don't know exactly how I'm going to do it. I'll know better when I'm editing. So, just, if I do skip, be aware you're not really missing much. And I have to do all 3 of these, unfortunately. So, let's learn a little bit about the APC. Why don't we? I talked about it before, but I can kind of show it off now. Use the drill APC you're given to defeat all enemy units. Alright. And I can't place any units. Alright. Let's go ahead. They're gonna teach you about it. Tank Sue is on the battlefield.
Time to show them what Class G can really do!
And by Class G, we mean Alicia and I. Not Alicia, Cosette and I.
Listen up!
Hey, maggots, shut your mouths and open your ears. No mouthing off. Alright, Beak units have much higher firepower and defense than infantry. Their armor is so formidable that it does not yield at all to anti-personal weapons, like rifles and stuff won't do anything, such as machine guns. One good strategy is to deploy a vehicle as a shield for your other units in places where there's a heavy interception fire. I think that was like a tactic you had to use in the last game at one point. But I don't distinctly remember using this tactic at all here in this game. On the other hand, vehicles have the drawback of requiring 2 or more CP to activate depending on the unit. Keep this in mind when planning your CP distribution. While moving, vehicles knock back infantry units and destroy obstacles such as sandbags. That's actually a pretty useful trait to them, because infantry can only really knock down one at a time with a grenade. They can just start running over crap as they drive. This is handy for breaking through enemy lines, but can also affect allied forces, so be careful. Got it. You better not forget or you'll be taking a dirt nap. Dirt nap. Alright. Alright, so if I select carry, because we're within a certain distance, usually if you're, next to it, you're close enough, you can stow yourself inside the APC. Or your unit, I should say. And that doesn't cost anything. Alright. And then we can select deploy from here and select who we're going to deploy out. And I think when they deploy, it costs us CP and they instantly start, going into battle mode.
I'm rolling out!
So, these things are pretty cool. Now you'll notice, you see Tank Sue's health, it took a hit. Thought it actually took more than that. No. Okay, apparently not. This is impenetrable to tanks. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think the side... Yeah, the side can take slight damage. You can see the APC has a lot of AP, a lot of movement it can do. It also can do a lot of damage to infantry.
Eat this!
Especially if you get right up close to it.
Down you go.
Alright, we'll stop there. Carrying infantry, they're going to teach me. APC vehicles can use the carry command. This command can be used in both the action menu mode and command mode. So you can't physically walk up next to a tank and then I think it'll show up and you can just walk into it basically. Yeah, there you go. You can also move a vehicle up to infantry to carry them. Command mode, move the cursor over an infantry unit, select carry. To deploy, select deploy. The carry command lets you transport multiple soldiers using fewer CP. That's its main use. However, vehicle carrying infantry is destroyed, all infantry units inside will need to be hospitalized. Keep an eye on the HP of your vehicles. Alright. So now let's deploy out Yvonne.
Okay, let's go! Coming at you!
There we go.
Enemy down! Enemy spotted!
Alright, now let's see. Okay, yeah, they're going to teach me about this. That's what I was hoping I would do. Vehicle weak points. Vehicles have a very high defense, but the radiator plate at the rear of the vehicle is a weak point. If an enemy attacks this part of your vehicle, it will take heavy damage. I will say that I've never seen the AI to prioritize going after your weak point. If they hit it, you will take more damage. But generally, the defense against that is don't aim your weak point at the enemy, and they won't attempt to do any walking around to attack it specifically that I've seen. The AI is just not smart enough for that, unfortunately. And that's why I feel like Versus mode would be especially interesting, because you'd actually have to be smart with your unit placement and stuff to avoid enemy units swooping around behind and then taking out your weak point. When moving a vehicle, take care not to expose its rear. When facing a powerful enemy vehicle, it'll be easier to destroy if you circle around and attack. The interesting thing... Let's take a look at our commands real quick. Let's see. Oh, orders, sorry. Aim boost. So we have aim boost, which we can't issue right now. That raises one ally's firing accuracy, but it costs so much CP that, honestly, I would find that to be fairly useless. In, like, extremely specific circumstances where you're very far away from the target and can't get closer, like maybe for a sniper, that might maybe be useful. Although I would also say it might be just as useful to have the sniper take multiple shots. They could get 5 turns, in fact, out of that. If you're counting the one time that you actually have to use them. The medic request is very useful, though. So,
okay,
let's see if
go.
Yvonne's got enough damage to deal with this. I'm not sure if he does. Not in one turn, but that's a lot of damage. The best way to do this... Okay. The best way to do it, when you're not using a Lancer, is to get a shock trooper, because they can generally do enough damage to take it out in one turn. Unlike infantry, vehicles do not recover any HP. You can restore a large amount by using an engineer spanner. Spanners are used by targeting. Don't forget to bring an engineer. Engineers are useful.
Okay, let's go. Coming at you. Enemy down.
All right.
Right, let's get her done.
Just pick up their units while we're here. Yeah, we won't do any damage to him. The sides, I think, would take a little bit, but not enough to really be worth it. And there's no way we'll hit enough shots to do that. Can I get a little closer? Nah. But he might kill himself with... If he tries to move, he might get himself killed. It's just because he's sitting in cover. He's got a lot of defense right now. That's alright. I can't remember if tanks can return fire. I don't think he's dumb enough to attempt to shoot a tank like that, but yeah. Alright.
I'm rolling out.
Yeah, that APC won't do any damage to me.
Go down.
Now we just sit here for a second while the bullets fly.
Enemy. Cute.
Oh, right. Yeah, one of her
Take you
potentials
all.
is to take a second shot. She cannot move from the spot she's in, but she can take another shot, which is super useful sometimes. So I like that.
Eat this.
We'll do just ever so slight damage because there's no one else really to hit with that. Nice and close. And we'll deploy Cosette.
I got it covered. I feel awesome.
Woo! If you get really close to a tank, by the way, they can't hit you. Like, you'll see right now, he can't hit me. They also have, like, this little turn time where if, like, it takes a certain amount of time for the, whatever they call it, I can't remember. The, return fire turret to actually turn around. So you can use that and cover to your advantage. Let's see. Yeah, that'll take more than one.
I got it covered. Yeah.
There we go.
Enemy.
So that's the basics of the APC. I might switch to it for fun sometimes, but I don't know if there's ever really a distinct usefulness to it. Well,
All right, we got the target.
I don't think that the weakness of the APC versus the strength of the tank really benefit. Like, I don't know if the benefit's heavy enough to switch, if that makes sense. A lot of times what I'll do, because tanks are especially good at base defense, because, I mean, they don't take any damage, hardly, and they have a little machine gun turret that, you know, fires back at things, and fires a lot, I should say. So, they're really, I sometimes will deploy them next to a base for additional, like, holding power. So, that's going to be intro to APCs for you.
To begin, here is today's news.
We got some more events going on. Home ec room.
Yoo-hoo!
Wow, you're fast, Cosette. You've already got that thing half knit already.
I agree.
Oh my, you're right. What a lovely sweater.
Oh,
Aw, you guys are pros to this too. I could certainly see that cap you're making in a bouquet, Noelle. Nah, I'm half winging it here. These gloves are way fancier, Marion. You see, we're all doing alright for ourselves. Oh, I have an extra skein with me. Shall we make something else of it, ladies?
Seriously?
Oh, that's 100% sheep wool. Yarn from Dofer Farms. Sleeping sheep wool? It's so hard to get. Yay, I'm all excited.
Huh.
It's like looking at a flower garden. Man, if I knew how to knit, I could get in on some of that action. I kind of wonder why the military school is like teaching him how to knit, but you know. Maybe it's like regular school plus shoot. I don't know. We'll end here for today. You'll be responsible for reviewing this yourselves. I'm unnamed, unimportant teacher. Oof, my head's gonna blow if I try to cram another fact in there today.
Honestly.
This from the guy who slept through class and snored incessantly. What? Bird alert, dude! A bird just flew in through the window! It's all round and cute. Ooh, a bird? Really? I want to see too. Where is it? Cosette, darling, you simply can't stand on a desk. It's dangerous. Bird!
What?
Bird noises! Jarde, what the heck are you doing here, buddy? You know this bird, Yvonne? Know him? He was my pal back at home. Leon and I found him with a busted wing and nursed him back to health. He's been my bud ever since, right, Jarde? Oh god, he looks kind of creepy, actually. How absolutely precious. And you say his name is Jarde? I have no idea if I'm saying that right, by the way. Goodness, there seems to be something in the tube strung around his neck. Oh, a letter from Mom. Let's have a look. I hope this finds you well. Jarde's been lonely since you left, so I'm sending him along to you. Try not to fight too much. Don't overeat like you do. Love, Mom.
Hey!
Your family's from Heathern, right? So we flew all the way here? Crazy, right? Yeah, he's always been super good at finding me. Golly and Swift. They're fairly rare across the European continent. Their strong homing senses led to their frequent use as carrier birds. Wow, you sure know a lot about birds, Zeri. Is that a hobby of yours? I started reading up when I heard that Lieutenant Gunther was a naturalist. Well, I say we all pitch in to help take care of him as a class.
I suppose so.
That's a great idea. Caring for animals can be very therapeutic.
You're right.
I'll be responsible for his food and water. Sounds like he's down. Thanks, you guys. Yay, good to have you in our class, Jarde. Bird noises. So now we have a class pet. Excellent.